think honestly the saddest is just the like the worst scene that gets you in the gut is
What's his
the
name?
sign language guy.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that
'cause
one.
it kind of starts establishing like a romance. I'm like, again, that's a little.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it like that? And I'm like, oh, there's probably some truth to it. But like that hits you in the gut because
Yeah.
like you see more of his story, and he's just such like they present him as such a good guy.
Yeah.
So like seeing that to like the transition to him on the bed is just gut wrenching.
Yeah. Hey guys, this is Steven with Video Time Podcast. Today we have my brother Joseph here today, and he's gonna be here for a couple episodes as Emily is in softball, so she's busy with that. And this episode we're gonna talk about the Jeffrey Dahmer series on Netflix.
I believe it's called just Dahmer, a monster.
Yeah, because they're gonna make series.
Yeah,
the monster.
They came out with like it's gonna be an anthology series.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
So you just watched it.
I just watched it, all of it last night.
All of it last night.
You gave me like 3 weeks to prepare,
And then
I
he watched
it
them
all last night.
he was trying to skim through it too, but he couldn't.
I tried to watch a recap, but then I got one of those girls where she's very much into Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah.
Where she was a little biased. I'm like, okay, that's not gonna help me.
Yeah.
So I started to watch it myself.
And you watched 5 episodes, and then you had to kill what? 3 episodes? How many episodes is it again? It's like
it's 10.
10, huh?
But what I did was like I put it on when I was playing a video game. So I was like doing both. So I listened to it all, but I probably watched like half of it.
Oh, okay.
Like half of the second half.
Jeffrey Dahmer. I'm pretty sure everyone knows who Jeffrey Dahmer is. He's the Milwaukee killer or
Milwaukee Monster.
Milwaukee Monster. Joseph knows a lot of facts more than me.
Probably. I don't know.
He knows more history than me, and I
A
know
little.
pretty good history.
Maybe.
No, I think you know more history than me. And it is a pretty disturbing, not disturbing.
No, I would say disturbing.
Yeah, it's disturbing show. So and it's crazy because there's people that are still alive that were affected by it.
Yeah, like it all came out like in the 90s.
Yeah.
Like I was even asking mom about it this morning.
Oh yeah.
Just because like I just got finished watching it in the morning, so I was asking mom about it. Like, oh, this all happened.
So you didn't watch it last night. You watched it in the morning too, huh?
Well, I watched it from this night to the morning, like all night. And so I was asking mom, like, what she if she remembered any of it. She was like, yeah, I remember it. She's like, oh yeah, apparently they used to joke. Like, I guess I didn't find any evidence of it, but apparently he worked in Riverside County and he won a chili contest. Oh, it sounds like a messed up joke though.
Yeah. So that I hear that because we both work for the county, and I remember them telling me that story too. That there's some guy that would cut people up and then like make it chili and then did it for the Riverside County. Mm-hmm. I wonder if that's true.
Maybe. I hope not.
I hope not.
But hold on, I got another funny thing with that. So I'm asking mom, right, about all that Jeffrey Dahmer stuff, and she's like recollecting on it. And then I'm actually starting to get into blacksmithing. Like I want to get a piece of rebar, hammer it out, make a knife and stuff like that. So after I'm done with that, like talking to mom about that, I'm like, oh mom, I actually got some tools on the way. Can you pick them up for me? Like when they get delivered? Like, yeah, son. What is it? Hammers and hacksaws. She's like, okay.
I'll just put them on your door. Well, that's not awkward. Just watch the whole show and then you buy all this hammer and stuff.
I bought it before.
Yeah, sure. So what did you think of the overall series?
Honestly, I didn't like it. Like, no? I'm not too into... Like maybe when I was like an edgy teenager, you're into like the serial killer stuff. I was into like Jeffrey Dahmer and all that when I was like younger, but now I'm more into like the documentary side of it. I'm not really a fan of making it.
Did you watch the documentary of it on Netflix?
Oh, there's just one. Like they released one too.
There's one that's like the tapes of Jeffrey Dahmer.
No, I didn't watch
I like that better than the show.
But I would prefer something like that over like a dramatization of like the events.
Yeah, because even in the show they missed like a whole bunch of stuff.
They're gonna get stuff wrong. They want to make it more entertainment value.
Yeah, more entertainment, and they just left a lot of stuff out because it was just too gruesome.
Yeah.
The main actor, what's his name? Do you know his name?
I want to say Chris Evans.
That's
not it. No. I don't even know who Chris Evans is.
Here we go.
He's Quicksilver, right?
Yeah, Quicksilver. He's an American Horror Story. He's he plays all those characters. You never watched American Horror Story?
Never. I tried.
Yeah, he's a good actor. Let me see. Let me get his name.
Evan Peters.
Damn it! How do you get it so fast?
I searched Dahmer, Chris Evans.
He's a faster searcher than me. So yeah, I think he's a good actor though. Like
he killed it in the role though.
So, and as that character, so pretty much when you watch characters or actors play different characters, there's some actors that like I don't want to like talk crap about actors, but they're all good. But like Jason Statham. He plays the
transporter.
Yeah, he plays the same character in pretty much every movie.
Yeah, but sometimes that's good. Like with the guy from in all the Inglourious Bastards, the German guy. He's in Inglourious Bastards. He's in Django.
Chris Waltz.
Yeah, Christopher Waltz.
Yeah. So he doesn't play the same character. Like
he plays a bad guy a lot of the time.
Yeah, but he's a really good actor. So you forget that he played another character.
That's okay, I see what you mean now. I see what you're trying to get at.
The like Heisenberg, like he's very. You can watch him in the guy who plays Heisenberg, from Breaking Bad.
Oh, Breaking Bad.
Yeah. So he like in Malcolm in the Middle, you can see two different characters, and then there's another movie that he came out in. I forgot what it's called. It's like a Christmas movie, and it's
the one
funny
with James Franco.
Yeah, and that movie's funny, and you forget that his other character even you forget that he was another character before. But in the Jeffrey Dahmer series too, what's his name? Evan
Peters. Yeah,
Evan Peters. He does a crazy good job. Like he plays that character really good.
Yeah, he disturbs you in the movie.
And it's crazy. Show. I'm pretty sure people like see him. It's like another character from Selena, the girl who kills Selena. You probably never seen that.
I barely know anything about Selena. I'm not into music.
There's an old lady that kills Selena, but I hate that character. And every time I see her in other movies, like I hate her. Like if I saw her on the street, I'll sock her in the face just because I know she killed Selena. But I know that's not the real. That's not the real.
Yeah, but like she did such a good job in that role that you hate them.
And then like okay, don't hate me, but I haven't seen Games of Thrones yet. But I know there's one character on there that everybody hates. That he played so well that like everybody hates him that he can't get any other acting jobs because people hate him that much.
I don't know. Maybe Joffrey you're talking about.
I think probably.
Like, it's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, like Joffrey was a real piece of fucking shit. Fuck that guy.
If you saw him in the street, like his face, do you just want to suck him?
Joffrey, you little fucking bitch, get over here.
You just want to suck him in the face?
Yeah, he has a punchable face.
Oh, okay.
He looks like he has a punchable face. So pretty
much I heard that he can't act
because of that character.
Yeah, because of that character. Because he played it so well that he can't play it no more. So that sucks. Yeah. So I guess you could be too much of a good actor. But yeah, he played Jeffrey Dahmer really good. And
really well.
He like everything from his looks to the movement, everything, the way he talks, that just
like his sociopathic mannerisms of just like staring, like he's got the stare down, like he stares, but he does it in different ways to like make you uncomfortable or to make it look like he has a blank, like nothing's going on in his head. Kind of like how to always go back to Star Wars with me, like the Mandalorian, like he has his helmet on a lot of the time, but he's so expressive with that helmet. Yeah, it's like he's the same way with Jeffrey Dahmer. Like he has that blank face, but he uses it in so many different ways.
Yeah. Also, what I really like about it too, because it's a timepiece, so they set everything in time, and it's pretty cool just to see like a timepiece like that, and kind of like Stranger Things. Stranger Things is like more of a happy go. Like everything's bright, but in the Dahmer series, like the colors,
it's all like the darker aspects of those times.
Yeah, it reminds me of I don't know if you ever seen Mindhunter on Netflix. No, it's a good show too. Mindhunter is pretty much it's like the first Criminal Minds. Like I don't know, there's
I didn't know that.
So pretty much they interview serial killers to find out like what makes them
tick and
stuff like that. And pretty much there are two guys that go out and they call them sequence killers. So there was no such thing as serial killers. They called them sequence killers, and pretty much they wanted to find out like what they ticks them off, because back in the day, pretty much if someone killed somebody, it was because you're sleeping with someone's wife or something.
Yeah.
There wasn't just no
Land
one just
disputes or
just
whatever.
killing random people just
For the hell of
randomly.
it.
Yeah. So then they started like picking up these serial killers and just interviewing them.
Yeah.
So
Like the earliest one you can probably think of is what
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, London
Jack the
guy.
Ripper. Yeah, and that's
Then
like what?
maybe Zodiac Killer.
Yeah, and then the other
That was
guy.
like late 60s. And then we started getting people like Dahmer. Like in the show, they show Ed Gaines.
Oh yeah.
John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, John Wayne Gacy. Ed Gaines.
He's the guy that inspired Leatherface. Like it's in
He's in there.
Oh,
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Ed Gaines.
Yeah.
Gaines, whatever how you say it. Yeah, he's in I think the 8th episode where like they're trying to get him to plead insanity. So they're like, oh, there's a guy just like you. He's he started digging up bodies, making like artifacts like plastering like his chairs with human skin. He started like making like weird things like with skulls and all that. He was like, but he's like a real guy. Like I think he inspired Leatherface.
Wait, well, that's the guy the clown guy, no?
No, that's John Wayne Gacy. The
John Wayne
clown's
Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
So John Wayne Gacy is the one that died the same day that he got baptized, or
That's the way they make it seem in the show.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know if that's true, but yeah, that's that. That's
no, they
it.
probably just made it just to.
Symbolic.
Yeah.
Which is that was a really weird one.
Yeah.
Like focusing on his baptism, all that. I'm not really into that.
Yeah, there's so
Into
as
the
an
scenes.
overall show, since you're like you're not really into it, but did you like it? Like, did you like the storytelling of it?
No, mainly because of the jumping around in time. Like some
yeah.
movies do that really well, where they jump around in time. They make you feel disoriented because they want you to think like a person in that scenario. Like they want you to feel disoriented, like but in a good way. But I feel like they didn't do that well in Dahmer for me. Like it just
Yeah.
got me disoriented.
did
Where
jump-
like I'm like, what the hell? I don't
It
want
did jump because I remember it jumped back in time, and he was like helping the guy. Like he was working at the deli, then it jumped back again. Then he was in the army. Then it jumped back to the deli, and then it was just kind of threw me off.
Really
Yeah,
jumbled.
it threw me off. It's crazy too because like series like this, I don't want to say you feel bad for the guy. Like
that's what they're. I
that's
feel like
what-
that's what they're a little trying to get into, like trying to show at least a little piece of their story. But then like you're also showing like the most inhumane stuff that they did. It's like why are you even trying to do that other part? Like that other part, at least for me, shouldn't matter. Like that's why when I see the baptization.
Yeah, it was like
Scene, I'm like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like honestly, in that last episode, I skipped when I was skimming through it.
You're like,
I, like
fast forward.
I know what's happening. I know what's gonna happen. Let me get to that part.
Yeah. You just got to the gruesome part where you got.
I still like, watch most of it though.
But yeah, it's crazy because then you hear people like, oh, like they think he's like a good guy and stuff like that, but he was crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he was crazy. And
Sociopath.
people, and then you kind of do like when you're watching it, the part where like his mom leaves him and everything, you kind of feel bad, but then you're just like, nah.
You know where it's going.
Yeah, but you know he's a fucking crazy guy.
Yeah, like yeah, it sucks that shit happened, but
Yeah.
I'm like not to like say like put down other people. Like a lot of shit happens to a lot
Yeah.
of people.
Yeah.
They don't go around doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So by watching it too, because it makes you kind of like pick a side. Like who do you think helped him get to that position? Like his dad or his mom? Because you know his dad will take him and he'll skin animals with him.
Yeah.
And then his mom pretty much just left him, and it makes it like I feel like.
That's a pretty good scene though. Like when he's alone and like the dad coming back. Like that's a good scene.
Yeah.
Like with acting. And
Like
all that.
where's your mom at?
And like the dad breaks down and like, God damn, what did I do?
Yeah. So it makes you feel like it makes you pick a side. Like I did hate the mom too. I'm like, damn that mom. Why did she do that? Maybe if she was around, he wouldn't be like that. But then again, he was crazy. So
Yeah, like
he would have been
even
like that
before that.
regardless.
He seemed to be like awkward. But then like they just kind of not embraced his awkwardness, but they kind of like isolated him.
Yeah.
His parents isolated him to where that continued to grow.
But you think
but it
if
was
he
always.
But do you
sort of
think if
there.
he was isolated, you think he would have been like that?
No, I don't think so.
You're like, I'm not a doctor.
I'm not a doctor.
As watching TV shows and movies.
Yeah, but
He
if
wouldn't
you're
have.
asking my opinion, like, I don't think so. Like I think he'd be really weird.
Yeah.
Because like you see him in high school.
Yeah.
In that show, like he's really weird.
Yeah.
And but that's all he'd be. He'd
Yeah.
be like kind of like an outcast, but he
Yeah.
wouldn't be like a serial
Well, he didn't
killer.
have friends or anything too. So
Yeah.
I mean, in the documentary, he has one friend. I don't know if you haven't seen.
Sorry, I've never seen it.
Yeah. So I just changed. If everything looks darker, it's because I had to put a blanket and had to hit record. My cameras only record up to like 30 minutes because they're kind of boring. So me and Joseph are still talking about Jeffrey Dahmer series. Another good actor is the dad too.
Yeah, I liked him.
Yeah, the dad was a good actor. I don't know if is he in anything else? Do you know?
I don't know. Like I want to say I don't like the story. The actors are all really good though.
Yeah, the actors were really good. What was one of your least likely favorite scenes? Most likely probably the baptizing scene.
Yeah, but like, what do you mean, like story wise, or like just because like I don't like him?
Like, let's do both. So story wise and just the scene you just didn't like.
Honestly, the saddest is just the like the worst scene that gets you in the gut is
what's his
the
name?
Sign language guy.
Oh like, yeah, that one.
It kind of starts establishing like a romance. I'm like, again, that's a little.
Yeah.
Why are you doing this?
Yeah.
Why are you doing it like that? And I'm like, oh, there's probably some truth to it, but like that hits you in the gut because like you see more of his story, and he's just such like they present him as such a good guy.
Yeah.
So like seeing that to like the transition to him on the bed is just gut wrenching.
Yeah.
And then the other scene I would say like is just the worst in terms of like storytelling is like the baptism.
Yeah,
scene.
I agree.
And like not paralleling it, but like not paradoxing. What's the word? Like juxtaposing it with John Wayne Gacy's death.
Oh,
like, it's just really weird to me.
Yeah, they just did that. I think they probably did that because they're probably going to do a monster on him.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why.
It's going to be John Wayne Gacy and probably Ed Gaines.
Yeah, because they already established who they are and they want people to look them up. So I'm pretty sure once they start looking them up,
start with Dahmer, and they're pretending like, oh, if this does well, like it's gonna do well. Yeah, it's Dahmer. And then they're gonna continue with.
So for me, as a storytelling, I didn't really care for the scene when he's in the army because they already stated it like 3 or 4 times, so they didn't. It was like 6 minutes. They could have done something else, but it's just like, hey, you want to get some drugs? And
the only thing I can think of that is like that's starting with his experimentation with drugs, with using roofies and all that, like stuff like that.
Oh, that's when he started? I thought he was doing that before.
No, I think it was a little bit after.
Was it? I have to go see. I can't remember.
Again, it's because of the time jumping. Like,
yeah,
it's hard
that's probably why.
It's hard to pin down when he's like
time jumping. Like there's like the only good time jumping movie that I really like is Looper. Have you seen Looper?
I don't remember.
Oh my gosh, it's with Joseph Levy. I forgot his name. And Bruce Willis.
Are you telling me you forgot about Avengers Endgame? I'm just kidding.
No. Yeah, Looper. So pretty much it's a guy that has to kill himself.
Okay.
It's a hitman that goes back in time to kill the baby.
Okay. Baby son.
So he's a baby killer, but it's a pretty good movie.
He's like killing Hitlers and all that.
Yeah, pretty much like that, but it's pretty cool. You have to see it, and then it's just like there's that grandfather time thing.
The grandfather effect.
Yeah, it's like crazy.
You can't go back in time to change something because, like, if you go back in time to kill your grandfather, that you can't do that because then how were you ever born?
Yep.
And like you're creating a paradox. So,
pretty much that movie is just like that.
Okay.
So but it explains the time jumping really good.
Futurama explains it really well.
Futurama. What episode?
It's like an election with President Nixon.
I'm gonna have to.
And Bender's like, you can't do that. You can't change time because like a new guy's trying to become president. Because in the future, Nixon makes everything worse, and then Bender starts like a revolution and like kills all the humans. So this guy goes back in time to stop Nixon from being president, but then he can't because of the grandfather effect. Like he can never go back in time unless Nixon becomes president.
Why can't he go back in time?
Because if he fixes everything, then he never went back into the past.
Oh, I'm confused still. I just have to watch that episode. Okay, so we both know that they're probably gonna make another series. And you think it's gonna be John
Wayne Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy. And who's John Wayne Gacy for people who don't know? Do you know a little bit about him? I just know he dressed up as a clown.
He dressed up as a clown. I'm
That's the one that picked up
little boys
and people who wanted to work with him. I remember reading something about that, where he would pick up people like, and that's why it shows like him interviewing somebody. No, that's
from what I remember. He's like trying to work with the kid, or I don't know, the guy. He looks young.
Yeah, the Because I remember reading there was a guy that he used to be a clown. He would drive around. He would interview guys like, hey, do you want to work with me? Like construction stuff. And then he'll take them home and then he'll just strangle them.
Yeah. And bury them under his house. I think he's also like the inspiration, like how Ed Gaines is the inspiration for Leatherface. John Wayne Gacy was the inspiration for behind you, Tim Curry.
It.
Yeah, it Pennywise.
There's another. Wait, so who's the guy from? Okay, so remember Cannibal?
No, Cannibal
or Hannibal? Sorry,
Hannibal. Okay, Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, who's the guy that puts on the face and he goes?
Hannibal Lecter?
Yeah, no. Does he do? Yeah, he does do that.
Or
the guy that he
put the lotion in the basket. Yes.
That guy.
Like, that's a fucked up scene, but
who's that guy?
I don't know.
Something. I can't remember.
I don't know.
He is an inspiration for something, or
something inspired him.
Yeah,
put the lotion in the fucking basket. I just saw a TikTok like that.
Oh yeah,
because like it's like when you're at Bath.
Oh yeah, you're new to TikTok now.
Yeah, when you're at Bath and Body Works with your girlfriend and she's asking you to smell the lotion for like the 50th time, you're like, just put it in the fucking basket.
Oh man. So Joseph just got TikTok. He was off TikTok for like what? He just barely got it.
Yeah, like a few months ago.
A few months ago, and I'm pretty sure sometimes you get in the warp, the vortex of TikTok of scrolling.
Oh yeah, every now and then.
Yeah. It's
not as much anymore though.
Yeah. You have to stop. Yeah. You're like, this is addictive.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty good. There's some funny memes. It's funny. Okay, so back to Jeffrey Dahmer, or it's called. So the series is called The Monster.
Yeah. I think at first they said, "Oh, Dahmer, a monster," but now they're reversing it for the anthology series. So now it's a monster, whoever.
Yeah. So watching that series too, it made me realize like. Anybody can get roofie, so I need to cover my dreams.
It sounds, he makes it look so easy.
Yeah, he does make it look easy. That's the crazy part. I wonder if it was easy like that back in the day because people just didn't really care.
No, they just care. Or he's also targeting, a gay black, not solely gay black men, but like gay people of color, men of color. So it's like people don't care about them.
Yeah, true. Well, I don't know. Maybe he just lived in the area too, because he was just poor. He had no money.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he was just picking those.
Yeah, but that's like it's still an effect that like led him to that. Like
true.
Well, no, because it's not just black men. Like the Laotian boy.
Yeah.
I think there was
the Asian guy too.
That's Laotian.
Oh. Damn it.
I think he said some Chicano man.
Yeah. Yeah, anyways, yeah, it's a crazy, sad story. And, so do you think they're giving money to victims from the show?
No. Should they? Yeah. Are they? No.
No. I know there was someone trying to sue them for the show.
Shit. I think so. Like Netflix makes more than enough money.
Yeah.
Like, give it to the actor and then give the rest to the family.
Yeah.
The people who work on
it. Well, the actor did. But I think the one who played Jeffrey Dahmer and the dad did a really good job of acting. Probably the best actor.
No, it's not something I really get into, but like this, like not the music, but the sound design and stuff, like the whole whale thing. I thought that was interesting to like hear it the whole movie and like the whole series, and you're like you know just enough, or like I think you know what that is. But it also sounds enough where it's just like something scary, kind of like going into like a basement and hearing like pipes and all that.
Yeah.
But then you get to the scene where he's in prison. And he's like, "Oh, I like whale noises."
Yeah. You sound just like, say it again.
Oh, I like whale noises.
And then he started feeling like a star, huh? I wonder if he did start feeling like that in real life.
I'm sure like once you start getting that fan mail stuff like that, that's what it's also like portraying in the show. Like he's awkward and he's like he wants to die. Is what he says. Yeah. Up to the point when he gets into prison, and then he starts getting that fan mail, and then like the way they portray him, at least in the show, is like he starts acting like the class clown of like the prison.
Yeah,
like he leans into it.
Yeah, he's a fucking crazy guy. Yeah. I wonder how the next one's gonna be. I wonder if they're gonna try to make you feel sympathized too. Probably. They're probably gonna try to do that with everybody. Yeah. But they're doing that with not even just like actual serial killers. They're doing that with. Like there's
like movie villains too.
Like movie villains, all the movie villains are getting good stories now.
There's like a difference between that though, I think, because like let's for example, like what I know, Marvel, Loki, like Loki's a war criminal. He invaded New York with an army and he killed millions of people in New York. And then later we get a show of him. We're like, yeah, Loki, he's redeemed. We accept him. But like, it's different with real life people. It's different.
You can't do that with real life people. Loki, but you like Loki?
The show is okay. Like, I don't personally.
You watched the show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I haven't watched the show. Not okay. Really. I watch like the Avengers.
Yeah, like the movies, the real stuff.
That's too much.
Real stuff.
The real stuff. I can't do with all the side stuff. There's too much going on.
There's a lot. But yeah, like you can do that with fictional people. Not with real people.
Yeah, that's crazy. Well, out of a 1 through a 10, would you rate this series?
I'd say like a 5 or no. Let's go with a 6 to a 7.
Yeah.
Like not that like a 5 is bad, like in the American grading system, a 5 would be bad. But like half like being half good is great.
Yeah.
Like
you just need to be watch this series one time. Yeah. That's it.
It's good enough for one like watch. Yeah.
6 times. I rated it like a 6, only because the main character.
If you're into if you're into the macabre stuff, like watch it. He's
a good actor. Well, that concludes this episode of Video Time Podcast. I want to thank my brother for coming in today. We are going to start doing more episodes with him. If you guys haven't already, we have a TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. So go ahead and like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next episode.